What's up, cast and crew? How y'all doing today? Rail fans, dinosaur fans, and kaiju fans alike. Welcome back to TRK Gaming and Rail Productions, and welcome back to Jurassic World the game. This is going to be another long one. You know, one of those long tournament ones, as you could tell by the title and thumbnail. We're going to be fighting for the terror bird, or one of the terror birds. Gastornis is the one we will be fighting for today. It's been a long time since we've done another episode on this game. It's really been a long time since I've done anything really Jurassic that's not Jurassic blocky, to be quite frank, but that's more so because it's easier to do than a lot of the other you know, games, or you know, it's easier to do in the sense that there's more retention. It's like with this game, it's kind of fallen off in recent years, at least on my channel. I'm not too sure about everybody else's, but for mine, hype for this game has significantly died down. I'm still playing it, and just off camera. We're not doing too much with all that stuff, so let's go ahead and get into it, because we're already well behind. The tournament's been going for a couple of hours now, so we have to get on the grind. Is there a yes, there is. It's a super DNA one. These are always good because you get packs most of the time, and you have to open them yourself, at least for the you know, for the missions, at least for the battle ones, like the ones in the battle menu. Those missions you have to open a crap ton of packs, and that's a hassle a lot of the time. Speaking of which, Gastornis from Jurassic World Alive is in here now, I believe, and I've been kind of grinding away at that, you know, slowly but surely, trying to unlock it. But just like the one that came before this, it's not looking too good. We may not even get the level 40 Coolosaurus. Is that level 40? Yeah, it is level 40 Coolosaurus. Yeah, it's not really looking too hot, but we are trying our best. Oh, and for those who are here for Jurassic World the game, like, you know, you come to my channel to see Jurassic World the game specifically. I doubt that y'all are here to see it specifically, but what do y'all think of the new mic? Because I don't know if you guys have heard it yet, you Jurassic World the game peeps, because I've used it for it debuted in a Jurassic blocky video, which you can watch here. It's on the right. Yeah, it's on the right. I'll put a card there, and you know, and stuff. I know how cards work. I've used them before. Is there anything in the trades that's good aside from that one? Oh, this one's alright. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's much of anything else. Yeah. Alright, so there it is. Gastornis. Now, I do have two, but this way we unlock it. Something tells me that Gastornis is going to play a key role in the future. Now, if they could do this with the mammoth, that would be great. Wait, really quickly. What's the next, like, not VIP tournament? Oh, Lithornix. Okay. Nothing burger. Alright. Moving on. So, we can start with that, right? I have to get back into the swing of this because it's been so long since I've done a tournament. So I really am going into this like I don't know what I'm doing. It's really been that long, but it really doesn't? Question mark? I don't know. I gotta see how long it's been since the last one. Now, you know, if I remember to do it, I'll put it up on screen. I probably won't, knowing me. But yeah, I'll put it up on screen like right now. And that's how long it's been since the last tournament video. And if I remember correctly, I don't think it, you know, did all too well, if I'm not mistaken. So why am I here doing this? Well, because I still want to make videos on this game. This game is my childhood, so I do want to continue making videos on this game. Also, really quickly, thank you guys for 1.3K. Really appreciate it. But I think that's about it for the thank yous and all that. But like, yeah, I want to continue making content on this game. It's just been very difficult because it's just been pretty bad recently, I guess you could say. Yeah, I mean, well, it's not bad per se, but it's not great. The algorithm hasn't really been all too kind to me recently. Like, for those of you who do watch the Train's rail fanning requests, there was a point where I started getting burnt out doing the requests, and I wanted to kind of focus on my own you know, personal projects for the channel and other personal projects for Trains specifically. But I couldn't, I needed a break from it, and I put out a post and I said, hey guys, it's gonna be a little minute till rail fanning requests come back. I need a little break from it, starting to feel burnt out, you know, all the bells and whistles of that stuff, you know, when you're starting to feel burnt out on something. And in the duration that I wasn't uploading the Train's rail fanning requests, you know, I'm doing it now, but when I wasn't doing it, the algorithm, I could tell, kind of forced me out. And that was yeah, that kind of, I could tell that kind of messed me up a little bit, and it's still messing me up, like, as of right now, because the request videos themselves aren't seeing the views that they used to, per se. Like, I think only one has reached the peak, per se, of views of the previous two that I did before I stopped. So the last two that I did before I stopped got the similar amount of views. They had gotten similar amount of views. And I looked at that and I was okay with it, but that was when I said, hey, I need a break because I'm starting to get burned out, and I don't want to burn out on this because this is a good thing. I love doing these because it, you know, I can interact with my community. And YouTube doesn't really like when you don't have a weekly video, per se. Actually, they're kind of mean about it, if I'm gonna be quite frank. I need to raise this up just to, oh, can I not do that? Make that about right there. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that kind of happened, and my channel tanked in views, which sucked, because that means we're not getting new people, guys. We're not getting new people into this community, this very, very niche community that, you know, takes dinosaurs and kaiju, which you know, kind of get thrown in together a whole bunch. You know, because they're animals for the most part, and mixing it with, whoa. Sorry about that, guys. My dog is in the room with me. Apologize if you just heard her hack up anything. But yeah, it's a very niche community, because you're taking things that are practically animals, you know, in video games. You know, you're doing stuff with them like we're doing right now with dinosaurs. We are, you know, doing the dinosaur aspect of the channel, which, you know, like a week ago, I believe it was kaiju with Godzilla 2014 and Age of Titans. But then you take that, and now you're throwing trains in here, which rail fanning and trains has always been like a niche thing to begin with. And, you know, to some people, it's actually looked down upon, which is pretty sad. And I wish it wasn't the case. I wish that, you know, rail fanning was kind of a mainstream thing, so people could stop, you know, harping down on rail fans. Because it's kind of sad to see fellow rail fans, you know, kind of, how do I say this without sounding, it's hard to see rail fans get picked on, per se. Now, I haven't seen it personally, you know, happen to other people, but I've been victim of it, of course. I've been victim of the whole, oh, you like trains? It's kind of weird. Like, yeah, that's okay. Like, I'm here now, and I'm like, okay, like, alright, you think it's weird? I don't. It's like, I like trains. So what? So, yeah, you sit here now and you say that, like, you know, as an adult, like, I'm sitting here, like, you know, as an adult, like, it's okay to have different views on things from other people. It's actually very okay. That's what makes us human. But, you know, a kid may not understand that. And as a kid, I didn't understand why people found it weird that I enjoyed trains. Anything trains. From Thomas to, you know, the big, loud, smelly American choo-choos that everybody else in the world tends to not really like all that much, or not really know all that much about. But, I mean, that just, you know, kind of loops back into the whole niche thing. Trains is a niche thing, and I'm not gonna say dinosaurs and, you know, Godzilla, kaiju as a whole, you know, all of these guys are kind of niche, because it's kind of a popular thing. Because you can like dinosaurs and not be super into the recent paleontological findings, like 2025 brought back Nanotyrannus. I wasn't ready for that. Or the new sauropod that they found in Asia. I think it was Asia. It was either Asia or Russia. It was one of the two. I can't remember. But, and then that, the same goes for kaiju. That's not really a niche thing, because a lot of people like Godzilla. That's like Godzilla, Kong, Pacific Rim even. Like, Cloverfield, like that's a huge thing. Oh my god, what do we use? We're in Predator now, right? We're in Predator League? Yes, we are. So what do we use? We use, do we use Ostafrikasaurus? No, I was not trying to start. Because Ostafrikasaurus is always the gimme pig of Predator League, in my opinion. I always use it to kind of... Whoa, okay. But yeah, that... Luke, going back to what I, was talking about before we started talking about what we using in battle. Yeah, it's kind of a thing where it's niche, but it isn't. Because it's a popular thing, almost. Well, not almost. Like in terms of dinosaurs, specifically Jurassic Park, it's a pop culture thing. Dinosaurs, like as realistic animals, though, not so much. But Jurassic Park / world, pop culture thing. Can we kill him? We can. Awesome. Godzilla, also pop culture icon for Japan. He's a pop culture icon for Japan. Same way Kong and Pacific Rim and Cloverfield, all those guys are pop culture icons for America, all that stuff. But trains, it's not really... You can't really put trains into pop culture anything unless you're doing a Playboy Cardi edit. And even then, I'm not what am I trying to say here? It's not a bad thing. I think it's probably for the best that trains remain out of the grasps of Hollywood and pop culture, aside from like Unstoppable. If you guys know Unstoppable, like that's like Unstoppable is a good representation of trains. I'll say halfway done right, because they got a lot wrong in the movie, but I won't be too hard on it, because that is probably one of my favorite movies. Because look at Unstoppable, it is the train movie, just like Polar Express is also one of those you can categorize as the train movie. But yeah, trains aren't pop culture, so there's not much people can relate to trains. It's just a transportation thing, it's not an automobile. What am I talking about? It's a vehicle. It's an automobile. What the freak? But it's just like liking trains and getting into rail fanning, in my opinion, is kind of the same as someone getting into cars. Like, it is quite literally the same thing, because you're looking at, the different engines that they use for these different vehicles. You're looking at the different sounds they make, I guess, because cars all do make different sounds, of course, depending on the engine. And sometimes the colors. But with trains, it's also like the types of rolling stock. Like for me, I'll say that what got me into train, well, everybody says the same thing. Thomas got them into trains. That's always the first thing. Thomas got me into trains, yada yada yada. I think that's probably for everybody. And then you get into, of course, respective countries. In mine, you start getting into the real trains, like the big choo-choos from different, your respective country. And then, like, as you get older, you'll diversify yourself into other countries' trains. So, like, in 2020, of course, you guys know, like, in 2020, I'll start with this. In 2020, I had came to the realization that over the past, how old was I don't remember, but you know, however old I was, and however many years before then, I came to the conclusion that my favorite Class 1 railroad was Norfolk Southern. Part of the reason why the whole merger thing, if you guys aren't aware, there's a, oh no, I'm sorry, to not make the UP Snowflake rail fans angry. The acquisition that's going on right now, Union Pacific is trying to acquire Norfolk Southern. I've spoken about it in a video before, and I've talked about it in my most recent stream, kind of, you know, jokes. But that's kind of a reason, like I don't really talk about it all too much. Of course, I'm not in favor of it at all. I don't really think that it's necessary, but of course shareholders and CEOs will be shareholders and CEOs, and they would like to, you know, make not so much make each other happy, but CEOs would like to make shareholders happy as best they can. Okay, fine. But in my opinion, and in many others' opinion as well, this merger, acquisition, whatever you want to call it, I'm calling it a merger because that's how UPSP worked. It was a merger. But how I see it, I don't think it's necessary, because railroads have been doing partnerships here for a very long time, so I don't think it's necessary by any means. But they're going through with it. It's pending approval from the Surface Transportation Board, and I am sitting here hoping for at least a 3-2 vote against it, because if it's 3-2 against, then no merger, Norfolk Southern stays. Because of course, given where the current situation is with Union Pacific, they of course acquire, they don't merge, like I just said. That's why people like to get so technical with it, but I don't care. I'm gonna sit here and think of it as a merger, because that's how previous UP acquisitions worked. But yeah, that's why I get so whatever about that. But during 2020, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. So 2020, we're circling back, realizing that my favorite railroad was NS. Okay, that's cool. That's piggybacking off of the whole Thomas thing. So, big American railroad realizing what is your... Oh, we can't... We can do damage to him, but we don't kill him. He can't do all too much to us, but we have to be very, very careful. So, we'll do that. But another thing that I did, I started diversifying myself into Australian steam, or like Australian railways and stuff. I started finding Australian rail, everything, infrastructure, equipment, all that stuff. I started finding that to be very interesting. You know, aside from my country's trains and all that stuff. So, it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool stuff. But, like I said before, trains aren't for everybody. It is definitely a niche thing to get into, whether you don't get like as technical with it like I do or other people, and you're just casual, or you do get into the technical side, like, you know, big time rail fans and, you know, ex-railroaders that just... oh, no. Is he gonna switch? He doesn't. Okay. We're gonna ride this ship, but I don't think we win this. I think we take our first L here. Oh, wait, maybe not. Maybe so. Can 5 kill me? It probably can it? Yeah, okay, yeah. So, we took our first L here. That's fine. It's all good. Oh, because we're in Dominator. What am I doing? I thought we were still in Predator. See, that's what happens when you don't pay attention, guys. We were in Dominator the whole time, and I'm over here playing like we're still in Predator League. That's why we lost.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, bro.
Whew. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. I had to handle some business. So where were we at? So we cycled through 2020, all the stuff, trains, niche thing. Oh, okay. So now we're full circle after I've jumped around for about 28 minutes, according to my software. The algorithm for YouTube. I know, right? The thing I was talking about in the beginning. We've cycled all the way back to this. Because, you know, niche thing, 2020, other things, trains. Now we're back here to the something side of the circle. I don't know. Probably the left, something, bottom left, I don't know. But yeah, the YouTube algorithm forced me out when I stopped doing the Raptors, not Raptors, wrong series. Trains rail fanning requests. That's the thing. That we're back on. And in that time, I was getting views similar to when I first started uploading, like when I was in middle school. So yeah, it was kind of ow, but also I can't go without this for too long, because if I do, then the algorithm will force me out, which is something I have to consider now, of course, because thanks to you guys, my channel has been monetized, and I was, you know, kind of playing around with the ads and all that stuff for a short time. There's some additional things that I have to do, but thanks to you guys, the channel can now start paying for itself, technically, and I can keep doing these videos, which is what I want to do. Like, see, like what I'm doing right now. Like, with these Jurassic World the game videos, these don't really do all too well. So, which I have to consider. So, in this current time, in like the no, because I'm back to no ads, because there's additional information that I have to, you know, additional stuff that I have to do to, you know, so the channel can start paying for itself again. So in this kind of downstate, I'm gonna figure out what it is that the channel requires, so I can start putting that up And then in turn, we can start doing the fun stuff again, like this. Like maybe I can find some stuff to do again, but as of right now, kind of difficult to do. 3, okay. So yeah, once again, thank you guys for getting to this point. I am hoping that 2026 is an astonishing year so far. It's been uneventful, but I have some big life things that are about to start happening pretty soon, so we'll see what happens. Wow, 8,000 damage and with the 50, the negative 50% of the creature type. And Spinotops is really good, man. Really good. I'm glad I haven't fused it or Megalocervia yet to level 20, because I have 2 of each now. As you guys can see, we have 2 Spinotops, 2 Megalocervias. I could fuse the Spinotops and the Megalocervia to have 1 level 20, but I decided to not do that in case another tournament has rolled around. So, in which case, you know, we will have enough creatures to do the tournament and all that stuff. I had to find my bad. But yeah, as you guys can see, this worked out in the end. I think, right? Here's what I think. I think once they do like another mammoth tournament or something, or you know, something that we're missing out on heavily, that is when I refuse these 2. Like if these came out before, you know, we unlocked Pachyrhinosaurus, then that would have been when I fused these guys. But 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, Toro's gonna come. Oh no. But yeah, that's part of the stuff that we were doing off camera, or I was doing off camera, I should say. Oh, we went for way too much. Oh, that's gonna be a chunk. Ooh, it's pretty bad. Not bad enough though, because you're gone, son. So yeah, that's part of the things that I've been doing. At least with this game. Works. I did end up recording another episode, or I did record a video for Jurassic World Evolution for the campaign, but I have yet to edit it because I've been, you know, working on all this other stuff. So my dinosaur viewers show up and show out. If you guys want me to not only release that Jurassic World Evolution episode, but you know, me continuing to do more in that game, because as of right now, I haven't really touched it. I haven't really had the time to touch the game as much as I want to, which is pretty sad, but it's true. Let me know in the comments, and if yes, you know, let's get this video, let's bring back the whole like goal thing. I don't think, you know, 2016 and all that, I guess. Let's try and get this video to 10. I think 10 is reasonable. What do you guys think? I think 10 is quite reasonable given, you know, the status of this series. Like, if you guys really want to see it, you guys gotta let me know, man. Oh boy. Oh boy. Like, cause I just have that video just sitting. And like, I want to do more evolution content. I really do. But sometimes I feel like everything everybody else is doing is kind of sufficient in a way. It's like I don't really have to, because people can go and watch it anywhere else. Why would I do it? I haven't found a reason for me to return to do an evolution video, because I've done evolution videos in the past that you guys have seen. I've done evolution videos before, but evolution streams tend to do better. I just haven't had the time to do another evolution stream. And given how my last stream went, if you guys haven't seen that, don't go watch it, because that stream was a connection nightmare after a while, and it was so bad that we had to end. So I would advise not going to look at that nightmare. But yeah, I've been sitting on that video for a little while, and I would like to know what you guys want, because hey man, like I explained earlier, the algorithm is not too friendly right now, especially with all the AI videos and all that stuff that YouTube has going on. Yeah, YouTube, I'm watching silently. Like, you may not think I am, but I'm watching. Don't worry, I am. I won't comment on it all too much, because I don't want you to hate something my channel. I don't know. Hate on? I don't know. I don't think that's the right words to say, because they don't hate. They just kind of remove you out of the algorithm, and then if you say too much, then you get a strike. I've seen that happen to people. Like people who make YouTube update videos. I've seen that happen to people. I don't watch that type of content all too often. Trying to, you know, keep positivity on my YouTube home feed. But you know, sometimes those videos do come across in my feed, and I'll watch them just to keep myself informed. And yeesh. Not looking all too good. That's all I'll say. But yeah, YouTube algorithm isn't really too friendly. So if you guys want that evolution video and more evolution content, let me know in the comments, and get the video to 10 likes. So we're doing pretty good right now. How many? Well, we'll find out when we get out of this. How many trophies do we have? 321. And we are in 27th place. You know, for starting as late as we did, that's pretty good. Because sometimes the bots will already have 600 trophies, and you have to fight your way into Dominator in a crazy way. But hey man, we're here. back doing it just like we did before. There's always that one video though that gets under your skin. I'm sure that's like for every creator, that's something cringy. And don't get me wrong, I have cringy videos that are public. All aspects of the channel, of course. There's at least one that makes me cringe a whole bunch. Like, let me see. For the kaiju aspect of the channel, right? When Eva Gallion was released in Kaiju Universe, I don't know why that video kind of makes me cringe a little bit. Just a little bit. Probably because if I went back to the old way of how I did Roblox videos, just that one time, which was, you know, record a 14-minute video using not YouTube, Roblox and screen recorder. And I had a whole new way of doing videos, and I still decided to go and do that. So that kind of got me. For trains, I can't lie to you at all. It's the one video that I've actually narrated. Like the one train rail fanning video per se that I've narrated, but that's just because I can't really go back and listen to my own voice. I think that's kind of corny. I'm not gonna lie. Like I can't really I can't sit down and watch the video. To me, like in my opinion, it makes me cringe. And I don't know if it was because I know how I did that video and I wasn't very satisfied with how I did the narration, because the video came out flawlessly. Like it came out really good. But I can't really sit and watch it though. I don't know why, but I can't. And of course, you know, with time, you know, age, of course, I'm sure that will probably go away. But I don't really know. I can't really put a finger on why I find that cringy, but I do. But for dinosaurs, I'm not going to lie. I have two. There's an old Jurassic World Evolution video that I did where it was face cam. Why did I just do 3 blocks? Okay. It was face cam, and it was Jurassic World Evolution 2. I remember this. It was Jurassic World Evolution 2. I had face cam, and it was the Jurassic Park chaos effect mode. That's what it was. And I was in the middle of doing that. And yeah, I did something that kind of, like, every time I look at it, I'm like, oh my god, dude, why did you do that? So there's that one. And then the second one is one that's not even public anymore. It's the Bajatosaurus tournament. I think only 40-something people watched that documentary, and I don't know what happened during that, like, you know, during recording that, but something happened to where the video just freezes. Like, the video is fine for about maybe 30, not even 30, it's like 15 minutes. And then the rest of the video is kind of frozen in one frame. And then the next, like, then one other frame shows, and then it's like that for another long period of time. And then I think it's like toward the end, it kind of goes back to being normal. But I say kind of very loosely because you don't know where the video is at this point. And yeah, that kind of sucked. I never understood why that happened, but yeah, that video is private as of right now. I don't think, well, no, not I don't think, it won't be public at all. I wish I could go back and redo it, but of course a tournament has to come back in order for you to do that, and Gastornis hasn't come back at all. So maybe if it does come back, I might do the tournament just to redeem myself, but I don't think I'm going to do that, especially like now. But all I can really say is I apologized for the 40-something people who watched that video and, you know, watched basically a 15-minute video, and then the rest of that was just pure nothingness. But yeah, that's the second, like, dinosaur video that kind of makes me cringe a little bit. You would think that the cringy one would be from the train aspect, because that's how this channel basically got started, was the trains. But no, it's only one video from trains and 2 from dinosaurs. Now, if we want to get technical with it, I could go ahead and loop every Jurassic World Alive video that I've done, because, you know, you guys know me, I don't really like Jurassic World Alive all that much anymore as a game. It hasn't been the same since 2019, I think that was. Yeah, since 2019. It hadn't been the same since then. And I had to stop playing it because it was, oh wow, just burning hatred for what that game ended up turning into. But I hear that it's gotten better. I don't know if I'll check it out or not. I likely won't, if I'm gonna be frank. I'm most likely not, but like, especially because of how often I kind of rag on Jurassic World Alive players. Not so much the players, but it's the game. But I do kind of rag on the players a little bit because of, you know, toxicity and all that stuff. Like, it's really unnecessary, some of the things that I've witnessed Jurassic World Alive players do. When they win, of course. Like, it's so weird, and I can't lie to you, some of the stuff that they do, or did, I should say, I don't know if it still happens, but some of the stuff that I witnessed Jurassic World Alive players do back then is kind of the same thing that goes on in Age of Titans post G14 update. Like I can say this in laugh at this now, because, you know, wasn't me, I guess, or like, you know, I'm in a position to talk about it now. I saw a G14 kind of just minding his own business. He was fighting this one guy who was playing as a GMK Godzilla. And the GMK got super heated. Or was he a GMK? I don't know what he was. I think it was a guy before. I don't know what he was, but that guy was something else before. And the G14, of course, killed him because of its long stun lock for whatever reason. I don't know why the devs gave G14 the stun lock that they did. It's insane. But yeah, he kind of just got upset and he got into the Roblox chat and he said, no skill G14, most brain dead kaiju turned into a GMK and smoked the G14. Now mind you, I was a G14 as well, because I'm enjoying playing as G14. But that's mostly because of nostalgia and not so much the gameplay. If I'm gonna be quite frank, the gameplay for G14 is kind of boring. I mean, it's cool because you can get your XP up without getting on you too much, but people with the 10 to 20 second stun lock, depending on what attack you do with G14, I think that's kind of boring. I would like to see people try and fight back against G14 instead of just, you know, G14 walking them down and just, you know, tail whip, shove, and then the charge. Of course, if you guys agree, by all means, put, what would you put for that? I don't even know. G14 nerf, I guess. I'm not gonna be the one to advocate for a G14 nerf because I'm enjoying playing it right now. Again, not because of the long stun lock. I think that is stupid. But minus the stun lock, G14 is OP. Like, either way, he'll be OP. But because of the stun lock, he's almost unbeatable unless you team. And I've gotten teamed on as G14 at least 5 times now. And I can say 2 out of those 5 times, I've won. But I think those 2 were because the people I was fighting probably didn't know what they were doing. Oh, okay. That works. Yeah, that was, GMK was kind of, well, okay, wait. Before we finish up this point, let me loop back really quickly. That same G14, right, came back and kind of basically proved that he proved the GMK's point wrong, saying that it was a brain dead kaiju to play. Now, low skill, yes, most definitely. G14 takes no skill. But low IQ though? I think that's a little too much, don't you think? But yeah, he came back and he put the GMK in his place. He said, I'm not standing for this. I wish I would have recorded that. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to start doing like Age of Titan or GTA style Age of Titan videos where these teamers are picking on like this one guy, kind of like Dempy or Nitrix Warlord style. If you guys watch them, like you guys watch their content, kind of something like that. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I think that would be pretty funny. I will go and say this though. I don't know if I would be jumping into the Roblox chat in those videos though, because I already don't really chat in Roblox all too much. When I play games, like you guys can see, like in Jurassic Blocky, like yeah, I'll chat to show off something's heavy attack. But that's about it. I don't really chat all that much, unless it's somebody that I know, not in, you know, a call or anything. But most of the time, I don't really chat on Roblox, if I'm gonna be quite frank. Especially, well, not really especially, even before the new chatting update, I just didn't really chat on Roblox. I was just there to play the game. So, there's that. But, yeah, let me know if you guys want to see that. I have... do I? I think I have one more Age of Titan story that happened recently. I think I was just playing, again, I was playing as G14. Probably, most likely, just minding my own business. Chilling. Probably editing a video or doing something else related to YouTube. Or probably just going through Discord or some shameless plug. Discord is in the link in the description, of course, if you guys watch this far. And I saw a evolved Godzilla with the space Godzilla skin. He showed up and started attacking me, and I was like, okay, business as usual. So of course we start fighting, and we're scrapping. Then another evolved Godzilla shows up, and then an evolved Shimo shows up, and then a Kong shows up. And so now it's a 4-on-1, and I'm actually kind of holding my own, because these guys have no idea how to fight a G14 at all. But I'm actually holding my own. I almost got one, but he ran away because he ended up on a cliff because of the knockback that G14 does. So he got away, no health for me. Okay, that's fine. So then I started attacking the Shimo, and I used my ultimate. And everything's going fine and dandy until this Baragon decided to stick his horn where it shouldn't have been, and he started attacking me too. He was really there to attack everybody, I think, but he started going for me first because he saw I was getting ganged up on. And then after that, that was kind of it. I think the evolved Godzilla that ran away, he healed up, and then he did his ultimate on me, and then after that I just started getting wrecked, absolutely wrecked. And of course they got me, because by that point I had no way of defending myself. I was not in a position to even try. So yeah, 5 or 6 people roughly it took to dispatch a G14, at least me playing as G14. I should have gone for one more, but yeah, I found that kind of funny in a way about how long I lasted. So yes, I did the cliche thing. I turned into evolved Godzilla and I tried to get back because that was so unnecessary. It was like it was again 5 or 6 people. So yes, I did the cliche, oh, he revenge killed, but this time these guys really stood no chance. And it was, mind you, still it was probably a 4 or 5 v1 by this point. Because I think whoever the 6th guy was, he was gone by this point. So it just left the Baragon, the 2 Godzilla Evos, and the evolved Shimo, and then a Kong. I think it was a -1. I think he was the one that was still there. He probably was still there, because I do remember seeing a minus Goji in that second fight. And it got to the point where the non-space Godzilla evolved left, followed by the evolved Shimo. I never saw that minus Goji ever again. And all that left was the Kong and the Space Godzilla. The Baragon just kind of stopped fighting. So I saw them again, and I think they were teaming on somebody else. So I went in, dispatched them again, and then I never saw them again after that. But it's funny what the right kaiju in the wrong situation can do, because, or like the wrong kaiju for the worst possible scenario, because rest assured, oh, we're fighting Scoldosaurus. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, G14 was definitely the best thing to take those guys on, and I think I proved that, because I think I lived longer than what I actually expected to live. Like, if I were to give a time, that the first fight with me as G14 probably lasted 5-6 minutes, roughly. Then of course, with people getting teamed on like that, they wouldn't even last 2 minutes. Especially if everyone most of the time doesn't lean on the person they're teaming on. Oh, oops. I should have done 3. But, yeah, that was pretty fun and funny, if I'm going to be quite frank. Because they all kind of just left the game simultaneously, which is another reason why I kind of wanted to, you know, look into doing the teaming videos, like kind of just look for teamers, because I see that those videos do relatively well, better than what I thought. So if you guys want to see them, of course, let me know, and I will definitely start recording my off-camera kind of unfiltered sessions of playing Age of Titans, you know, which you guys don't see. At least, you know, when stuff hits the fan, it starts getting real. Because Age of Titans is one of those, it's one of those games where teaming it's heavy because there's no rule against it. Like looking at Kaiju Universe, they had a rule against kaijus of a specific tier not teaming together, because that team would be practically unbeatable. But Kaiju Universe isn't as popular anymore, clearly, as you guys can see, because I've completely stepped away from the game after the Toho purge, which is mighty unfortunate, because they had a dev stream on YouTube like not too long, like a day before the purge happened, and they showed off a whole bunch of cool stuff, like the very blocky Mecha Godzilla from GVK that they had was going to get a remodel and new moves, which was pretty sick, and I was so hyped for that because I really like 2021 incarnation of Mecha Godzilla. I think he's one of the coolest. I think he's probably the strongest. And I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Destroya had its remodel getting worked on. And then they had a baby Godzilla model that was in the works. I think that was about it. I don't think there was much of anything else that I remember that was that prevalent. But of course, shortly after that was because this came after the Biolante remodel. I remember that because I was playing it that day, and then like of course, yeah, playing it, trying to level up Biolante, and then I started seeing stuff like that there were some old Roblox Godzilla games that were just gone. And I started looking through Roblox and I was like, oh wow, yeah, they're actually gone. And I was wondering why that was the case, and then some people were like, oh, Toho is finally purging the Roblox Godzilla games. I was like, no, they're not, because Kaiju Universe was still up. And then turn around a couple hours after I saw that, Project Kaiju, another game that, you know, I used to cover, it was also gone. And then Kaiju Arisen had also managed to disappear. And then after that, I quickly caught word that Age of Titans, which was in its baby stages by this point in time, it too was, well, not, it hadn't disappeared, but the devs had stopped development on the game because they caught word that Toho was purging the Roblox Godzilla games, so they just stopped development entirely. And that's when I started getting worried, because I was still playing Kaiju Universe at this time, playing as Biolante, and I was thinking that Kaiju Universe was next, of course, because, you know, that's going down the list of the popular ones. Kaiju Universe had yet, well, it was the most popular one, but it had yet to, you know, shut down. And I think I had left to go do something for about an hour or two, and then I came back to the news that I was dreading, and it was that Kaiju Universe had to be taken down due to a DMCA request by Tournament. And that was it. When Kaiju Universe was gone, Roblox Godzilla was kind of in a dark, it was in a dark place. People were wondering if this genre would ever recover, you know, if new games would sprout up or anything. And of course, eventually, as we all know, Age of Titans wound up, you know, they wound up releasing the game, but it was very buggy and borderline unplayable in that current state, as I can quite confidently say. The amount of times that I've played it in that, you know, when it was in the stage, that hurt, man. That hurt, because you would go and you would be playing the game, but all it took was one hit from another player and you were basically forever stunned, or you couldn't move your character. Like, you could, like, you guys know I like playing with shift lock because, you know, that's the only way that I can compete with other players. In shift lock, you can only go in one direction, or two, I should say, depending on where your kaiju was facing. You can only go in two different directions, and it was a stun, so you couldn't fight back. You could only run away. But then they turned around and said that they fixed that just for there to be an infant stun glitch that plagued it into the new map. And then they finally fixed that, which, that was probably one of the greatest updates ever when they fixed that. But that's why, I think that's part of the reason why they're working on the revamp, because some of that code, I think, is still in there. Because, of course, it's still like, it may not be the original version of the game, because the original version got taken down. But, well, that was actually part of the reason, because I remember the AOT revamp was a thing way before then. And that was part of the reason why they started the revamp, because of how buggy the original game was. And all I can say is hats off to them, because they are doing great. Of course, they have G14 as a new thing. So he went for 3. So he's got 2. So that goes 1, 2, and then do that. Mictosaurus has crazy attack. But yeah, hats off to them. I can't wait to see what happens with Age of Titans in 2026, whether or not revamp comes out this year or not. Very excited for a lot of things to happen this year. Yeah, I think 2026 is going to be a good year. I'm hoping that it's going to be a good year, because there could be a lot of bad things. At least, of course, in the what I think is bad in the rail space. But what my opinion is nothing. I hope everybody has a very, very happy new year. But we have been going for a very long time, guys. We got a good amount of trophies. And I think that is going to have to wrap it up here because, well, ripping and running. There's other content that I gotta, you know, stick my hands in. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like. You know, comment down below what you guys want to see. We talked about a lot of stuff that you guys could potentially see. Let me know if you guys want to see it. Of course, 10 likes and I go back to do that evolution video. It is still sitting in my hard drive waiting for me to edit it. Let me know and I will get on it. And of course, you know, subscribe to the channel if you guys like anything trains, dinosaurs, or kaiju in the gaming form, of course. And if you guys want to, join the Discord. It's in the link in the description. Completely free. We're trying to grow the community, so would really appreciate it if you guys join. But once again, guys, that's gonna have to wrap it up. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. This has been TRK Gaming and Rail Productions, and I'll see you all at the next station. Peace out.